you upload it, they will come.
Hey, what's up, guys? Your boy Rodney383, Anime Real Talk TV. Today, I got my boy DPZ.
Hey, guys.
Just a disclaimer. We have not read the books, so just keep that in mind. Don't post any spoilers. We can keep it friendly like that, cause you will be blocked with impunity and harshness. So yeah, let's go. Um, so yeah, episode 2 of season 3. Now, a lot happening up in this episode, man. Like a lot.
Yeah.
We're gonna dive in. Let's first start off with Bran. Now, this first time we see him this season, and I do believe he's had a little growth spurt. They get them kids when they're young. You know what I'm saying? One summer, boom, they be up 2 feet. So I was like, all right, he got a little growth spurt. Even his voice changed a little bit. So that which is expected, but now he's in a dream sequence, or he's having a vision, I would say, the three-eyed crow, and a person just comes into it like, holy shit.
Yeah, and that what's kind of weird, Rodney? I think I've seen that actor before. The kid, that one who appears in Bron's dream.
Huh? Okay, I've never seen him before.
I mean, he just looks familiar. I'm sure I've seen him in something, but
as the story goes along, this episode, we find out that his name is Jojen Reed, I believe, something like that, and his sister Mira.
Yeah.
And from what I can tell, they have like the same power or ability, and they can go inside each other's dreams, or inside each other's visions, which was pretty damn cool.
And apparently, Bron's family knows them because apparently their father saved their father, Ned Stark.
Yes. So they got a little bit of history there, but him coming out of nowhere is like totally random. I guess it was the calling, like when he's had the specific vision, he know to go get your boy. So I thought that was interesting. Also, the control over the wolves that the boy had. You know what I'm saying? Like he could also control in the mind and set the wolf at ease to not attack. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was interesting, that you can override even the owners telling the dog to do something. You could just make him sit down, so I thought that was pretty cool, kind of like some Jedi stuff.
Yeah. We also, speaking of, that whole ability, that we finally learned that what Bran has, and it's the ability to control animals, and I think the word is called Warg.
He has the sight, so that's pretty cool.
It's kind of funny. I was talking to a friend of mine. He's like, it's pretty much he has the ability of Aquaman, but with land animals.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And then he also said, what about the three-eyed crow? And he said, well, the three-eyed crow is you. You know what I'm saying? So I still don't understand it fully, but that's what he said. You know what I'm saying? So that it looks like he's the one that's gonna explain his powers more greatly.
Yeah, and probably mentor Bron in those abilities.
That's cool. So that's a good thing for Bran, and because everything, once, everybody assumes that something has happened to everybody, and then something happens to everybody, and everything gets switched around. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's kind of crazy. Now let's move on to Theon. Now this dude is strung up, being tortured. Now, last season, I had it was a lot of people said in the comments, I guess from the books as well, that he was taken to, they gave him up basically so that they can go back home, whatever the case. It's like, boom, if you give me Theon, y'all can leave. I just want Theon. So this is what I had assumed had happened to him. So when he woke up, I'm thinking that he gonna be in front of Robb Stark. But he in front of some dudes that just torturing the shit out of him. Said no name to what they were or anything like that. He just being tortured to hell. So, what's going on with that?
And all I could do was smile at that.
Oh yes, man, look. He wasn't getting it hard enough, to be honest.
Yeah.
So, we'll see what comes of that. Cause the one dude said, oh yeah, I'm gonna come back. Like this one dude, how you slip past, how they don't know that you ain't with them. You know what I'm saying? That little informant, or, oh, well, I'll come back when everybody... how the fuck did you even get in there? I call bullshit on that. But, it is what it is. It might be the sister holding him. I don't know. Trying to play a trick on him, whatever the fuck. But I don't know. So that was kind of random. He also they were trying to understand why he did it, and that makes me think that it's like somebody messing with them, kinda, cause it's like, well, you trying to they trying to affirm that you did it for the Ironborn. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I didn't understand what they were trying to get out of him, but the fact that they kept asking that question, why did they do it, was like they wanted to know his morality behind it.
And a part of it, maybe like a part again, we haven't read the books, ladies and gentlemen, but I think a part of it is like, yeah, they just wanted to do it because it would be fun.
Yeah. So I mean, but obviously it was a setup for the other Ironborn people to, like kind of sack them up, knock them out, and hand them over. That was a setup right there. So, I wouldn't be surprised if his father or someone that he knows is behind it. But it doesn't seem that Rob knows anything about it, because later on, they received word from Winterfell, which we'll get to a little later on. But let's move on to Brienne and Jamie. Now, the dialogue is so great between them two, or I should say, the dialogue that Jamie gives to her, because he's bringing up awkward conversations, trying to put her in awkward situations while, like getting information from her reactions to the questions. So it's like, boom, she do something, her facial expression, it tells him that yes, that's the answer to it, or whatever the case. And also, later on, he tries to get her to kill a guy. Now, we'll get to later on why that was a factor. But in that moment, it seemed like he was trying to get her to be like him so that he could say, well, we're not even no different. You know what I'm saying? You did what I would do. So I thought that was interesting. What do you think about that?
I like the I like the differences between Jamie and Brienne. I really enjoy just the dialogue between them. And Jamie did have a point of maybe you should kill him because money is everything, and someone might rat us out. So, I don't. He literally says, "I don't want to do it, but hey, if you want to keep us secret, you're gonna have to do that."
Yeah, I like his nonchalantness of it. It's like, with the shoe on the other foot, he wouldn't thought twice about doing that shit. He was just putting her in a position where though she had to think about it, and he liked doing that to her. He liked seeing her struggle with those questions. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that's an interesting little mind trick that he has going on. We'll get to what happens later on, but let's go to Joffrey and Cersei and their little conversation, and it seems Cersei is always trying to downgrade Marjorie. She dressed like a harlot. She sleeps with traitors, blah blah blah. And but you can see that Joffrey, he's sick of hearing her mouth on anything. He's basically shutting her down disrespectfully. He wants to be his own king. He don't want to wear flowers no more because mommy picked it out when I was young. Now I want to wear this kind of stuff. So I'm like, he trying to he trying to grow up a little fast. Well, she a king, but he really want that independence from his mother. You know what I'm saying? What do you think about it?
Uh, I love this scene between Cersei and Joffrey. It is just hilarious. It was I actually found it kind of funny how Joffrey was talking down to his own mother.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate them both equally, but I was actually like, Cersei, just shut up.
Yeah. Like, ooh, take that, bitch. But so we'll get back to that. But let's go on to Sansa, and she's invited to a garden party of sorts, with
The
the like
Tyrells.
the Tyrells, to meet the grandmother of the Tyrells, kind of like the, I guess the eldest family member or
Or
whatever.
I guess the matriarch of the family.
Yeah, probably so. And yo, I love her. Like I love her. You look, she had me cracking up. Like she was straight to the point with no chaser. I was like, man, is she this hilarious in the books? Like it came off as just she ain't care what nobody said. She like, yeah, I'll have my cheese. Well, cheese is served at. I said I'll have it now, and I was like, holy crap.
It's kind of funny because I literally said out loud when I was watching that woman say those things like, "That is my grandmother through and through."
I like that. I like her. I like her character. I hope we get to see a little bit more of her. And she ain't about the bullshit. Like she not. So yeah. You want to go in a little bit on what exactly the motive was behind taking her to inviting Sansa rather to that little garden social.
It was pretty much they got down to it real quick. The Tyrells wanted it. Margarine and her grandmother really wanted to know about if my granddaughter's marrying Joffrey, what's he like? And Sansa's trying her best. Oh, he's a great king and all this, and they're trying to assure her that none of this is going to leave the table. It's just between us. And then eventually she says, he's a monster. After she admits, Joffrey murdered my father right in front of me after assuring me he'd spare his life.
And just take into account that she doesn't know anything behind it. Like she could think like, oh, I know my dad and he's not a traitor, but she don't have the facts. You know what I'm saying? And other people got the facts of what's going on. Who's supposed to be the right king? How Ned Stark was done underhanded. People know the facts. You know what I'm saying? And she just going off the brutality that she's seen on her end. She don't even know exactly what's going on. So it's really more horrible than, and I don't believe she knows about the hordes getting, when Roz and that one chick was in last season, Joffrey, I believe, killed her, I believe, or beat her to death or something like that with a club. Had Roz do it.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was about to say Roz is still alive. She's working for the Spider now.
Yeah, Roz is alive, but it was two chicks that was in the room with Joffrey last season, and Roz had to beat the one girl. Like I was saying, the brutality, she don't even know it all. That's just on her end what she's seeing, you know what I'm saying? And that's enough to really, have Marjorie like, okay, well, I gotta investigate this.
Yeah. I gotta wonder is like, why are the Tyrells so interested now? I mean, with Game of Thrones, it's always two meanings. So.
Yeah. I mean, it's they business to be interesting. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I love how that's playing out, cause everybody, all I could think was Sansa. Yes, you got a friend in me. I was like, yes, like you got some informants in there. Like they gonna make sure Marjorie, if anything, Marjorie gonna make sure it don't happen to you. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. So also Tyrion and Shay was in here. A little bit of sucking and fucking,
yeah.
Nothing to write home about. And they said, "Oh, we gotta take care of Sansa." Blah blah blah. That's their whole interaction in a nutshell.
Actually, I kind of busted out laughing because when Tyrion, talked about Sansa, like, "Oh, she does have a pretty face." I'm like, "Dude, stop talking. Stop.
Yeah,
it's a trap."
Yeah. You like, oh, you mean Roz, the redhead? You like, you fucked her. Fucked her once. Twice. I was like, all right. Oh yeah, it was funny, but it wasn't too much to it. But it was.
And I just loved the interaction between Shay and Tyrion. It's felt like an actual couple talking.
Like she a down ass chick, like to the core. He said, well, you can't be coming up here because it's dangerous. Man, if this bitch found a way, I was like, wow, okay, she got some skills. I commend her on that, because she coming ride or die. She ready for the punishment.
Yeah.
So, and Shane ain't got to do that. Yeah. So, yeah, let's go.
And I, also with that scene where she was talking to Sansa, and she told her, if Littlefinger, does anything to harm you or says something to you, tell me and I'll hurt him.
What are you gonna do about it? I'll make him stop. Probably gonna be involving cutting off somebody's nuts, but that's just me. Let's go into Kat and Rob's wife, I would say. They have a little brief interaction, and they have a kind of a heartwarming discussion about Jon Snow. But initially the tension between them, and I wouldn't even say between them, is really one-sided. Kat sees Rob's wife, the wife that he not supposed to marry, as like a home wrecker. You know what I'm saying? You fucking up the plan, basically. You know what I'm saying? He supposed to get married to the Frey girl, and now you fucking up the plan. All right, so you're a home wrecker. You intervened in our plans, and you fucking stuff up.
Yeah.
So she had a little bit of, tension right there. But then when she told the story about John, um, I kind of felt a little sympathy for a little bit. It was a little heartwarming.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, she prayed to the gods, the old and the new. Well, I think she only prayed to the old ones, or the new ones. I don't know. I forget. But anyway, they prayed to some gods, and she prayed for Jon Snow to get sick, and he caught the pox. And then she prayed for him to get well when he got well. So, but she just couldn't be a mother to him. She just couldn't put that aside and be a mother to him. And I thought that was real sad because you gotta think about a kid growing up. You know what I'm saying? He got to know at a young age that he ain't really welcome there. And even in her, she was the one who was trying to get Ned to give him his last name and stuff. So I thought that at least that counted for something. At least she tried.
Well, yeah, she tried, and then she just failed. She pretty much said, "Yeah, I gave up on that idea the moment he got better." And in some ways, she's kind of in the right because she did feel betrayed by Ned. But on the other hand, you got to look at, well, you didn't have to take it out on this boy.
Exactly, exactly. I find it's an easy scapegoat because you could be taking it out on a person that you sharing your bed with, but you ain't gonna do that. Why do that when you can deprive this kid of love and stuff like that? You ain't even got to love him necessarily. You just got to be civil with him and treat him like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? He don't get them close hugs and I love you, baby, like everybody else. But just about he getting everything. Like, he getting everything that everybody gonna get. You know what I'm saying? Treat him like Theon. Theon was getting better treated than him. You know what I'm saying? Theon seemed to have more
Yeah.
privileges and more standing in the family. The way Theon was talking back down to him at times and stuff like that. And I was like, man, if you don't break this dude's jaw, I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yeah.
But I just thought he just got a bad break. I don't know.
Yeah. And at least Rob and his other his half brothers and sisters treated him like family.
Yeah. Now let's go on to to Jon Snow, and he's talking to Mance Raider about they just talk generally about the clans that Mance has got all together. You know what I'm saying, and the magnitude and the gravity of the situation. You know what I'm saying. You got this group don't like this group, and this group don't like that group, and this group gonna fight, and we got giants in there. So he was saying like his cause is noble. You know what I'm saying, that the threat of anything that's gonna happen is bigger than all of them, and he was able to pull them together. He'd do anything to protect it. He was basically asking Lord, like testing John's loyalty or whatever the case.
Yeah.
But
Although to be fair, that scene was like just that was it. That was all we got of John. But on the other hand, when Mance was saying, "I gave him an ultimatum: join me, you live. You stay, you die. That's it."
Yeah, that's it. And hey, simple as that. What you want to do? Now I want to touch on something that I almost didn't want to even bring it up because I'm just gonna say my thing about it. I think Sam is just about the most useless character that they've ever introduced ever in existence on the show. He has not justified his existence on the show up until this point. I don't like the character. I don't. The show would probably be better without him in it. It'd be less fat jokes, but which are kind of funny, but it's just I don't know. Like I love the underdog shit. I'm like, okay, you an underdog. You gonna get your day. You gonna get it. And then everybody gonna be like, yeah, Sam and all of this.
Yeah.
It's taxing on me. It's taxing. I'm like, man, don't show him unless you're doing something, please.
Yeah.
Please, I don't want to see him no more.
And when you think about it, the real underdog story is Jon Snow.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm like, and his attitude, he sound lazy when he talk. Like, I mean, he just got an attitude that like even a person like him, you should be able to heighten and adjust your mindset to what you're in. You know what I'm saying? To the situation you're in. I'm like, come on, man. You just You soft, doughy ass nigga. Like, I don't know. I was just like, you know what? I don't want to see him no more unless he's doing something. Like, I don't care. Whatever. I don't care about that character. I'm sorry. So yeah, I don't know if he's in the books or not.
It's
But
understandable, man.
now let's move on to Arya.
It was so good to see her back.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Now they're on their way to her grandfather's place, right? But he had just died. Like they just got word of that, and that's where Rob and Kat are going, like to the funeral, or whatever the case, right? I believe that's where Arya was going, and for safe haven and stuff like that. But he's dead. She doesn't know that though.
Yeah.
Now she meets a man named Thoros. I believe that's his name, Thoros of Mir.
Yeah. And finally the Brotherhood of Without Banners.
Yes. Fighting for Westeros. You know what I'm saying? Fighting for the home team. So, that's some good stuff. Now, after a brief little, it wasn't even a skirmish. It was just some, playing around. They were just playing around pretty much. Took them to go get something to eat. You know what I'm saying? And who walks in the door? You want to go ahead and run on with that?
Yeah. So they're talking to Arya and her two friends, and they're about to leave. Who comes dragged in? They pull off this mask of this huge dude, and my jaw dropped. I'm like, holy shit, it's the Hound.
Yeah, man. So when I seen the Hound, I was like, he looked like a drunken, like he just looked. He ran away from Blackwater and never to be like, and just was ripping his way until he got to whatever point he got to.
Yeah. I'm like, did Blackwater traumatize you that bad, buddy?
Yeah, I'm like, damn, he ran all the way across the damn countryside. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, well, I guess it is what it is. And you know what? I was like, you know what? They be playing with, is somebody going to notice Arya or not? Is Tywin going to notice? Is somebody from King's Landing going to notice? Whatever, right? And they was playing with it, and I was like, I bet he noticed her. I bet he noticed her. Drunk, dirty looking. He gonna remember her. And I was like, yes. Like, finally, like, you doing what exactly you supposed to be doing. Like, something that, like, I would notice if I was there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I thought that I was like, yes. Plot twist. You know what I'm saying?
And at that point, when he notices Arya and he blurts it out, I'm like, oops.
And you gotta think, they don't got banners. They don't got no allegiance. So, they could be holding her for ransom, all types of stuff. They don't. For one, the Hound also knows Arya. The Hound also knows. Now I forget his name because I haven't seen him in so long in the series since last season. But Robert's son, bastard son, the blacksmith.
Yeah,
they know
the last one.
Yeah, they know he's that. So, you know what I'm saying? So he know that information. He knows special information. So, I'm very interested to see where it's gonna go. If he's gonna work with the Brotherhood of Banners or with no banners or whatever. And I want to see where they go at with that, because he also has information on like the Battle of Blackwater, stuff like that. So he knows certain things that don't nobody else know unless you there. You know what I'm saying? And he knows. Oh, well, if Winterfell got taken down, okay, well, he know that. You know what I'm saying? So, and he can just say that, I don't know. I'm interested. Maybe he'll find a better purpose here. But he doesn't look like he can't be trusted, though. He look like he going to brawl, like, at any given time. So, I don't know. I wouldn't trust him, but, Arya. Got some Arya up in there. She's trying to show off her little sword skills and stuff. And I was thinking, it's all through the time when she had the sword, even before they got to the spot they was eating at, I was like, it's too heavy. Like, that sword too heavy for you.
Yeah.
You need that needle. You need it. So, yeah, it was good stuff, man. Arya, yeah, I like that. Yeah. Good stuff. Now, let's move on to Marjorie and Joffrey. That was a very interesting scene.
Yeah, very deceptive, too. Like, there were moments where I was like, is he going to turn that crossbow on her?
Exactly. And when she walks in and she zeroes in on that crossbow, and the guy left, like the guard or whatever that brought her there, I was like, you already know what time it is. Somebody getting an arrow to the knee, like straight up. Um, like her method of persuasion unparalleled. Like her shit is on point so hard that it's almost like magic. She flipped his whole mindset and really appealed to his darker side. Not actually, like actually she's into that, but I think she was testing what Sansa had said to her, and now she's like, "Oh, I'm dealing with a sick motherfucker now."
Yeah.
Okay, I see now. I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a sick bastard.
And it looks like Marjorie's going to be, from what I can tell, it looks like she's going to be pulling the strings on Joffrey.
Her being a woman, her having those persuasions and stuff, because you don't want to make it feel like you telling him to do stuff. You want to let him do what he want. You want him to do what you want him to do, but you want him to think that he doing it by himself. You know what I'm saying? If that make any sense. But long story short, like I love that saying, how she was digging it. Even asked about Renly a little bit, and she was like, she ain't just want to blurt out like, yeah, he was sucking off Loras. Yeah, yeah. So I thought that I like her character, man. I like that. I like her. Yeah, she can dress how she want to dress. Yeah. Now let's move on to the coup d'etat of the episode. Now, Jamie, after so long, biding his time, actually gets a sword away from Brienne. You want to go in on that?
Yeah. So Jamie pulls the whole, I don't want to move anymore. He pretty much becomes a 5-year-old, throwing a temper tantrum. He managed to get one of Brienne's swords away from her and is about to draw on her. And Brienne's like, oh, happy day! I get to smack around this bitch.
Number one, both of them wasn't at full health because they was walking, both of them. But Jamie, even more so, was like getting fucked up before that. So it was like he was super weak, and he had his arms shackled, and he still did pretty decent. I think if he was like full strength, he'd have probably took that like straight up.
Yeah. But
however, she was swinging, she was swinging them boys. Yeah. She was hitting them with the fury.
With one arm.
Yeah, I was like, okay. And then she was swatting them away, but looking the other way. I was like, you just styling on them now.
And it makes me wonder if, like you said, if Jamie could take her, at full strength.
So yeah, that would be a good full strength fight. Once you get them, if he gets those that cloak back on and he's back in his back on his best bullshit, on his best day. We gonna see, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Very, very interesting. I like how they're coming across so many people. Now, let's talk about the person that she had let go that she should have killed but didn't.
Those words, Jamie was right, and that kind of pisses her off, and they run right into Lord Bolton's troops. Mm-hmm. And, oh boy, they are screwed.
You like... Jamie seen the guy turn around to Brienne like,
I told you so,
bitch. Son of a bitch, man. Yeah, that was just a great little revelation, because it calls into effect of like, is it right to kill that guy? Probably not. But should you have done it? Indeed, yes you should. And you could have took that horse or that donkey or whatever, and you could have been galloping. I don't think both of them be able to fit on that little motherfucker, but
they had a cart.
That's neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying? But so it calls into question. It's like sometimes you got to do what you got to do. So now, after this little excursion with Bolton's troops and stuff, from now on, I don't think she's gonna show any hesitation. Not any hesitation. So, we're gonna see how it goes. You know what I'm saying? And as Brienne has always said, I serve Lady Catelyn. I don't serve the Starks. You know what I'm saying? So fuck Robb and his troops. Lady Stark told me to get him to King's Landing, and that's what I'm gonna do. So she gonna go down fighting. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was damn good stuff, man. Damn good stuff.
I think I said this last episode review is that all first episodes of Game of Thrones are good, and it's when episode 2 that's when shit really picks up.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. And you know what? I can't wait to see Jack Hagar again. Don't know if I'm seeing him this season, but they said his name a couple times in here, and I was like, where he at? Oh, like where he at? That's my dude right there. Where he at?
Yeah.
All right, but that was it. It was nice to see, um, Bran and Rickon and Arya, and man, just it was just good to go back to those characters. But man, and then oh man, the torture. Oh, be crushing your toes and your. He put a knife inside the fingernail, and when I felt man, I felt how that feel like a little bit when you just get a slice right there and it sting. I'm like, oh man, you just stuck a knife all the way up there and took that fingernail, and I was like, man, it tingled. It was tingling when I was like, oh man.
Yeah, it's one of those scenes where you're like, yeah, you can almost feel it. Like,
yeah, yeah. I thought it was excellent though, excellent stuff. Yeah, but I mean, that's all we got for you guys. I mean, tell us what you guys thought about the episode. I mean, it was way more than last episode. A lot more characters, wolves in here. Yeah. So I don't know. You got no Daenerys in here.
Yeah. Next episode though, my girl Dany comes back.
All right. And you know what? First episode and this episode, no Lord Varys. What is he up to? What is he plotting in the background? You don't even see him walking around in King's Landing. Where is he at? Nobody talking about him.
He's off spinning his web somewhere.
Yeah, he doing something. So, I actually grown to kind of like that character because, he's straight up with his, you know what I'm saying? He's straight up with it, So I kind of like that. But, yeah, it's good shit. So, this is Roddy33. Holla at you, boy.
This is Deadpoolzilla.
And, we'll see you guys next week. Hopefully Zip will join us next week, so we'll have a full cast, and, we'll see you guys next time. Peace.